Hello, Nick Jones here, the visually impaired personal trainer from the Lakeside Fitness Studio. Today bringing you a banded workout, okay? So all you're gonna need is a set of these. You can clip multiple bands on if you wanna make it really tough. However, you're gonna have to just feel out your own band. These are one of the easiest things just to throw in your suitcase, or if you just wanna do a workout at home. I'm gonna mainly focus on the upper body because elsewhere on my channel, I've got lots of other workouts that focus on other muscle groups which don't use any equipment. So check out for legs, check out my Strengthen and Tone at home series. Most of all the workouts on there can be done without any equipment whatsoever in just a space. And then also, there are loads and loads of ab videos on this channel. Apart from that, if you like the sound of that, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, comment below. And please read the disclaimer in the description box below, and let's get on with the workout. Okay, so if this one looks a bit strange, it's because I was talking to the camera, but I wasn't happy with the commentary, so I'm going to do a commentary over the top instead. Let's start with a warm-up. Just swing your arms side to side. So, body nice and still. Just swing your arms nice and straight, side to side. Start warming up that upper body. So we're going to go for a couple of minute warm-up, and then go into the workout. So we're going to start swinging the arms forwards and backwards now, okay, so kind of like exaggerated marching arms. So arms nice and straight still, just swinging them forwards and backwards. So today's workout, we are going to do one exercise per muscle group, and you can do it 3 to 5 times per muscle group. The choice is yours depending on how much time you have. So now do the same movement with the arms, except this time bend at the elbow and touch the back of your neck. This is going to warm up the biceps and triceps and get those arms moving. So next up, you're going to have your arms out dead straight at shoulder height. You're going to have your thumbs up pointing towards the ceiling, then thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up. Keeping those arms out nice and straight, parallel to the floor, as if you're in that kind of crucifix position. It's going to warm up the rotator cuff, ready for those chest moves and the shoulder moves. Okay, next up, just some gentle torso twists. Okay, so kind of keep your arms nice and still, and then keep your hips nice and still and your legs nice and still. And you're just going to twist your upper body in relation to your hips. So just twist one way, twist the other, nice and gently each way. So we'll do this for a good bit of time, just to kind of warm up the back, warm up the core. If you are visually impaired, just keep going with that warm-up move until our first move is going to be chest flies. So, back facing the door, which the band is hooked over. Walk out till you get some tension on the band, and you have one foot in front of the other to help stabilize the core and back. Then arms out straight, hands touching at the top. Then as you keep your arms fairly straight, slowly lower your hands back towards the door behind you, and then bring them back up to the top and try and touch your hands at the top. So this is our chest flies, so it's a bit like kind of doing our sort of press-uppy move for the chest, except we're keeping our arms straight the whole time. You go back until you get a nice stretch on the chest, then you come up, pause, squeeze at the top. Keeping those arms pretty much dead straight the whole time. You want a soft bend at the elbow, but not much more than that. Last few seconds, so rest there. So the deal is we're doing the same move 3 or 5 times through, okay? Then we're going to stretch that muscle group, then we'll move on to the next muscle group. Do 3 rounds if you're new or you don't have much time. Do 5 if you want to hit that muscle a little bit harder and you want to tone shape that little bit more. For my visually impaired viewers, I'm going to go over the position one more time. But apart from that, just follow the timer in the background and just keep going. If you've got the move already, just keep going. Apart from that, is the band is behind you, hooked over the door. You're going to walk out away from the door, keep some tension in the band handles, one foot in front of the other to help stabilize the core. Arms pretty much dead straight for the whole move. So just a little soft bend at the elbow. Start with your hands touching at the top, and then slowly lower the handles back towards the door behind you so you get a nice stretch in your chest. Then go back up, squeeze the chest at the top position. Round 2 done, into round 3. So if it looks a bit weird that I'm talking to the camera, it's because I wasn't happy with the commentary that I did during the workout. So I'm doing this one over the top. Let's go again. Round number 3. So, if you don't have much time or you're new, just do the 3 moves or 4 moves today, and then skip ahead to the chest stretch round, and then go on to the next muscle group. If not, go to 5 with me. So stretch the chest, squeeze the chest, stretch the chest, squeeze the chest. And just the longer you can keep tension on that band for, the better. Again, if I keep stopping, it's because I was talking to the camera.
10 seconds.
But I wasn't quite happy enough with the description for the visually impaired viewers, so I wanted to do this one over the top. Rest there, there's round 3, so you can either skip ahead to the stretch for the chest, or stick with me for rounds 4 and 5, up to you. Here we go, into round number 4. So again, one foot in front of the other to help stabilise the core. Stand up nice and tall, nice firm posture, kind of keep your keep your core engaged. Arms pretty much dead straight. Just have a little soft bend at the elbow. Stretch the chest, squeeze the chest. Stretch the chest, squeeze the chest. Like so, and just keep it going. Again, these bands are awesome. They're so good to kind of travel with. You can get a really good workout out of this. Like I was really kind of feeling it. Like the rounds kind of really catch up with you, and basically the stronger you are, the more you're able to move the band, so they really accommodate for kind of all fitness levels, and you can get a really good workout if you just structure the session correctly. Right, round 4 done, into round 5, here we go. So just rest when it tells you to rest, and go when it tells you to go. That's it, into round 5. This is the bonus round, so stick around for round 5 if you can. If not, go to 3, then hit the stretch afterwards. Don't worry, the stretch will come after this round. But again, if you want sort of more leg focused workouts or any ab ones, there's loads on this channel, particularly on my Strengthening Tone at Home series. Whereas with the bands, I'm kind of just focusing on upper body. They're a great tool to do an upper body workout with. Whereas legs and abs can be done very well without weights at all.
10 seconds.
In kind of any space, any equipment levels. Here we go then, last few seconds. Next up, the chest stretch. So if you get like a door frame, and imagine you're trying to walk through the door, but you hold your arm up at kind of like a 90-degree angle. Have your elbow in line with your shoulder, and then your hand pointing straight up towards the ceiling. And then try and walk through the door, and then just let your arm kind of stop you from walking through the door frame. This will give you a really good stretch through your chest, and keep your your elbow at nose height. And just hold that stretch. At the halfway point, we'll swap the arms.
Halfway there.
Okay, so swap the arms. So now just imagine you're trying to come through the door from the other way, and your arm's stopping you from walking through the door. Through an open door, of course.
10 seconds.
Then just keep stretching till you hear the timer. I'm going to explain the next move now. Standing row. So what you're going to do, hook the band over the door frame, facing the door, walk back away from the door till you feel some tension on that band. Stand up nice and tall, have one foot in front of the other slightly to help support the back. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bend at the elbows and pull the band towards you with your palms facing the ceiling. So you're going to be kind of pulling those band grips towards your sort of abdomen area. As you row in, make sure you lift your chest, try and squeeze your shoulder blades together, and try and imagine, almost exaggerate perfect posture. So slowly release the bands kind of back towards the door, so you're facing the door, palms facing the ceiling. Then pull it back in slowly towards your abdomen area, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the back, and you should feel a nice sort of pinch sort of around your kind of shoulder blade area. And then just listen to the timer to count you in and count you out. There's the first rest, round 1 in the books. Round 2, I'm going to briefly explain the position again for any of my visually impaired viewers. But apart from that, just keep up with the timer. Okay, let's go again. So, the band's hooked over the door. You're facing the door. You walk backwards till you get some good tension on that band. Then you pull that band towards you, kind of down towards your abdomen area, with your palms facing the ceiling of your hand, the palms of your hands facing the ceiling. As you pull in, pause, squeeze between the shoulder blades, lift your chest, almost exaggerate perfect posture, and then just keep it moving. We're going to hit this move for 3 to 5 rounds. Just listen to the timer. Do 3 rounds if you're new or you don't have much time, but make sure you hit the stretch after we do the move.
Rest.
Right, round 2 done. Into round 3. But if you want that extra challenge, hit round 5 for me.
Let's go.
Right, let's go again then. Round number 3. Pull in, pause, squeeze. Super important we work the back as much as the front, especially when it comes to that kind of chest area. If we just do loads of chest, you're going to end up all round shouldered, you're going to get all kinds of neck pains. And it's not going to be good. We want to promote, but I want to promote.
Halfway there.
With my kind of sports therapy background, I want to also promote long-term health with these workouts, and that is all about balance. If you work the chest, you've got to
10
work the back.
seconds.
Even if it's not as a desired muscle to work.
Rest.
3 done, 2 to go. Option, skip ahead now to the stretch for the upper back. Ignore me talking to the camera, as the commentary wasn't quite good enough for me. I wanted it better.
Let's go.
And here we go again, round number 4. So feel free to do any amount of these rounds from 3, 4 or 5. But it's getting that volume in, the short rest, the short turnarounds can really get intensity in the muscle. Intensity isn't just about adding weight. You know, we can do it by slowing reps down, we can do more reps, we can do shorter rests, we can do more time under tension. And that's what we're utilizing here. Workouts at home or traveling, you have to really utilize the equipment you have to make them effective,
10 seconds.
and that's how we're making this workout effective.
Rest.
Rest there. Here we go, round 5 if you can. So stick with it if you can. If not, go to the stretch and on to the next muscle group. Just listen to that timer, and here we go again.
Let's go.
So, round number 5, here we go. So final one, you know what you're doing by now. Palms facing the ceiling, pull in, pause, squeeze. Make sure the hands aren't finishing too high or too low. We don't want the hands down by the waist, but we also don't want the hands right up by the chest and shoulders.
Halfway there.
Sort of aim for the kind of bottom of the sternum, sort of around kind of the sort of abdomen area. And just row in, pause, squeeze, and then just
10
slowly go
seconds.
back out. Just keep going for the last few seconds. Listen to the timer, then we'll stretch the upper back.
Rest.
There we go, right. Into the stretch for the upper back. What you're going to do is put your hands straight above your head with nice straight arms up against the wall. Step your feet a little bit further back and then kind of push your head down through the hole towards the wall. This is going to stretch out your lats, which are kind of the big muscles underneath the armpits. Good to stretch these muscles off, as these are some of the biggest contributing muscles to bad posture. So it's good to stretch these off. So hands are high, arms are straight, feet are back away from the wall, then just kind of push your head through towards the wall, and this is going to kind of stretch
there.
underneath your armpits. Next up, more of a stretch for the upper back. So facing away from the wall now, interlock your fingers, and then just slowly straighten your arms out in front of you, and then
10
try and
seconds.
pull your shoulders forward and sort of slightly round your shoulders, and you should feel a nice stretch across your upper back. So next move that's coming, the reverse shoulder press. Band hooked over the door. You are going to be facing the door. Walk back till you get a bit of tension on the band. One foot in front of the other to stabilize the core. Then kind of bring your hands to kind of ear height hands facing the door, and then slowly straighten your hands above your head, and then bring them slowly back down. So we're mimicking a standing shoulder press. Imagine you had 2 baked bean cans in your hands and you're trying to push them overhead. We're just doing that, except we're trying to keep a bit of tension backwards on the band. This is going to work the shoulders, but also the rear of the shoulders, which is going to be really good for posture and long-term shoulder strength. This is a really tough move, this one. It's called the reverse shoulder press. So yes, just for my visually impaired viewers, I will go over it again on the second round. But apart from that, just keep feeling that tension. Slowly straighten your arms above your head, keeping that tension backwards on the band. So time has gone off to rest. Ignore me talking to the camera, as I've muted the video because I didn't like what I was saying. Now, same again, okay? So band hooked over the door. You are facing the door. Walk back till you get a bit of tension on the band. 1 foot in front of the other to help stabilize the core. And then hands up by your ears, like kind of ear height. And then just slowly press that band above your head. Like press the grips above your head, keeping tension backwards on the band. So you're slightly pulling backwards on the band as you press those hands above your head.
10 seconds.
Excellent, and just keep it going. This is a really good one. This one, it really gets the shoulders. 5 rounds of this, you're going to know about it.
Rest.
Let's rest there. So we're going into round 3. So again, remember, 3 rounds if you don't have much time or you're new to exercise. 5 rounds
Let's go.
if you want a bit more from the workout. As soon as you're ready, we're underway. So again, just keep that back and core nice and stable. Keep that core engaged. Palms facing the door in front of you. Slowly push those band handles up towards the ceiling or sky, depending on where you're training. And just keep that tension backwards. So you're slightly pulling on that band at all times. That's it, round 3. It was already getting to my shoulders at this point. But again, this is the beauty of the bands. It doesn't matter how strong you are or how much fitness you've done before. Like the weak you are, just less tension goes on the band. The stronger you are, the more tension goes on the band, and it's still a hard workout.
Rest.
Rest there. 3 done. Stick with me if you can for 2 more rounds.
Let's go.
So here we go again. Round number 4. So again, do as many as you can. If you do need pauses, it's absolutely fine. We're just trying to push ourselves as hard as we can go. Doesn't matter about anyone else or what I'm doing, just do what you can. If you're struggling, it might just mean you're putting more tension backwards on that band than someone else. So it's all completely personal. But this is going to be really good for all those stabilizing muscles in the back of the shoulder.
10 seconds.
Very similar to a physio move called a wall angel, except this way we can get a bit of extra tension backwards.
Rest.
Rest there. Into round 5, the final round. Ignore me talking to the camera again.
Let's go.
Right, here we go then. Round number 5. Your shoulders should be screaming right now. If they're not, you need to think about how can you get a bit more tension onto that band. Either pull back harder or add a couple of extra bands to your handles. And here we go, just grit your teeth to the finish. Big last push. And again, if you do want to follow up any other days with any kind of leg or ab workouts, again, just feel free to check out some of the other videos elsewhere on the channel. There's loads of them. But for legs and abs, you just don't need the bands, that's all. Right, let's stretch out the shoulders. Okay, so just stand up nice and tall. Put your arm dead straight across your chest. And then, using the other arm, just pull your elbow towards your kind of sternum. So you've got one arm out straight across your chest, and then the other arm just around the back of the elbow, and just pulling that elbow in towards the body. You should feel a nice stretch on the outside of the shoulder. At the halfway point, we'll switch the sides.
Halfway there.
Okay, switch the sides. Next up, we're going to go for some arms. We've got biceps and triceps to go. We're going to start with biceps. So when we're doing biceps, I just came in to quickly check to make sure it was still filming, because I've done that before. Done the whole workout thinking I was filming and I wasn't. But yeah, so the bicep move we're going to do is we're going to do some devil sets. Okay, so you're going to unhook the band. You're going to stand on the middle of the band and then have a handle in each hand. Then what you're going to do is lift the handles up till your arms are at 90 degrees. So you can imagine you're trying to hold 2 trays of drinks. Okay. And let's go, go, go into that position. Then, as you're holding them up, drop one down towards the floor as you still keep the other one up. Bring the hand back up to that kind of drink tray position. Then drop the other one, keeping the other hand up at that kind of drink tray position. Then bring that hand back up. So you're always holding one hand up, under tension as you drop one, bring it up, drop the other, bring it up, drop the other, bring it up, drop the other, bring it up. These are called devil sets for the biceps. Okay, so rest there. Round 1 done. So for my VI viewers, I'm going to explain it again on round number 2. It's a bit of a tricky one to explain this one with words, but I'm doing my best. So here we go, round number 2. So basically hold both hands up. Again, in that kind of drink carrying position, palms facing the ceiling, and then always leaving one hand under tension. Drop one hand, bring it back up to tension, then drop the other hand, bring it back up to tension, drop the first hand, etc. Keep your elbows in nice and tight to your rib cage, and try and keep your elbows slightly forward. You don't want those elbows going too far behind your body. Ideally, you want them in a nice straight line with your side. And just keep that bicep tension.
10 seconds.
Big burn in the biceps. And again, if you want to make this move harder, split your legs a little wider on that band. It will create more tension on the band.
Rest.
Apart from that, finish there. Round 2 done. Ignore me talking to the camera. Then we're going to go into round 3. Again, feel free to stick with just round 3. And then skip ahead for the stretch after if you don't have much time or if you're new. If not, let's get cracking again. Let's go. Devil sets on the biceps. So again, short rest, quick turnarounds, long time under tension is really going to create that intensity in the muscle. That intensity is what tones and shapes the muscles and gets them nice and strong. You should feel a nice pump at this point in the muscles. It should be burning nicely. And just keep it going.
Seconds.
But if it does sound too confusing, what I'm explaining to you, if you are very visually impaired, just do some normal bicep curls. But this is a kind of slightly harder version of doing bicep curls for devil sets. Rest there. Into round 4 if you want. If not, skip ahead to the stretch before hitting triceps. But if not, stick with me for round 4 and 5. Here we go.
Let's go.
Right, let's do this. So always holding one hand up under tension. It says always one hand under tension. Always one bicep working as you lower the other. Round about now, you're probably realizing why they call these devil sets.
Halfway there.
And just keep it going. Here we go. All the way to round 4.
10 seconds.
Just listen out for the timer.
Rest.
Right, here we go then. Here comes round 5. 5th and final round. Let's do this. Here we go then, round 5. So again, I'm putting these banded workouts up here. Just because, again, these things are the easiest things to take on holiday with you, or take to a work hotel with you, or just to do a workout at home. If you don't trust the big commercial gyms yet, with everything that's going around.
Halfway there.
In terms of coronavirus, of course. Sounds a bit strange otherwise, if you're watching this in 4 years' time.
10 seconds.
Here we go then, all the way through to the finish. Then we're going to stretch the biceps and work the triceps. Rest there. Okay, so stand in that kind of crucifix position again. So get rid of the band for the time being. Feet together, hands parallel to your shoulders, arms nice and straight out to your sides. Thumbs up towards the ceiling.
Let's go.
Then just take your thumbs back and get them pointing behind you. Then try and over straighten your arms. So try and push your elbow up. You should feel a nice stretch through your bicep.
Halfway
And again,
there.
ignore me talking to the camera. I felt like the commentary was good enough for like an average viewer, but I wanted to make sure it didn't. I wanted to
10
make sure it was as inclusive as possible, so my visually impaired viewers could train along as well. Here we go then, into the triceps. So hook the bands up nice and high. What you're going to do is you're going to sort of face away from the door or wherever you've hooked the band onto. You're going to have your hands up by your ears, and we're going to do some tricep extensions away from you. So you're going to have your elbows up nice and high. Start with bent arms, with the kind of band pulling your hands back into that bent position, and then just slowly push the band away from the door and try and straighten your arms. So basically all you want to be doing is called an overhead tricep extension, and what we're doing, but the band's kind of behind us and we're pushing the band handles away from us, kind of like on a horizontal plane, but the band handles are above your head. So all I want you to be focusing on is keeping your elbows nice and still, like the biceps. Just straighten at the arms, bend at the arms, straighten at the arms, bend at the arms. And just, that's it. I was just demonstrating what not to do, so you don't want the body moving a lot. Rest there. So round 2, again, I'll explain it one more time. It's a bit of a tricky one to explain, but band is behind you, hooked over the door. Then you're going to walk out, get a bit of tension on the band, and you're going to have your elbows up nice and high above your head. Start with bent arms, and then just try and straighten your arms. Push the band away from the door, out in front of you. Overhead tricep extensions. So bend at the arm, straighten the arm. Bend at the arm, straighten the arm. Bend at the arm, straighten at the arm. Elbows dead still the whole time, body as still as you can get it. You don't want to be rocking that body. We just want a good bend at the elbow joint, a good straightening at the elbow joint. Bend at the elbow
10
joint,
seconds.
straighten at the elbow joint. That's how you work the triceps.
Rest.
Good stuff. 2 rounds done. Here comes round 3. Again, ignore me talking to the camera.
Let's go.
Here we go. Round number 3. Let's do this. So same position. Bend, straighten at that elbow joint. Elbows in nice and narrow and tight to your head. That helps hit the triceps a little better and keep the body movement to a minimum. The most important thing is though, is that you're bending at the elbow,
Halfway
you're
there.
straightening at the elbow. Bending at the elbow, straightening at the elbow. That's it. I am moving more than I'd like to. Like if I was PTing myself, I'd tell myself to stop
seconds.
moving quite so much. But you don't really notice till you watch it back. But I was still getting a ferocious tricep pump. Rest there. And that's why I was struggling a little bit. Your body might start to move a little bit as you struggle. There was round 3, so you can skip ahead for the tricep stretch if you're short of time. If not, stick with me for rounds 4 and 5. Let's go, go, go. There we go, so that's it. So again, you can get some real tension on these bands as well. You can get some real... You can get some real tension in those muscles. So we tone them, we shape them, keep them in good shape whilst we're away, traveling or working out at home. That's the biggest thing with home workouts for me, is when people try them at home and why they're never normally that effective is because they're lacking structure.
10 seconds.
Like we need to get volume in order to actually work the muscle effectively. That's why we're doing 5 rounds back to back, optionally 5 obviously. You can do less if you want. With short rest, quick turnarounds. And yeah, ignore me talking to the camera again. And let's get ready to go again.
Let's go.
Round number 5, I think. Elbows tight to the head, bend at the elbow, straighten at the elbow, push that band away from you, kind of over the head, straight out, away from the door behind you. Here we go, let's get ready to finish off the workout. So the workout is about 30 minutes if you do all 5 rounds. But if you only do 3 rounds per body part, it's only about 20 minutes. All depending on how much time you have.
10 seconds.
So last big push. Here we go, go, go. Final round, final move.
Rest.
And finish there, good stuff. Let's stretch the tricep. So let's say right hand, touch the back of your neck. And then take your left elbow, your left hand over to the right elbow, and just pull your right elbow towards your kind of center line. Like try and pull it towards your head. So right hand's touching the back of the neck, right elbow straight up in the sky, left hand over, pull the right elbow across to get a stretch in the tricep. Sorry. At the halfway point, we'll switch the tricep. And then we'll conclude the workout. Swap the sides. So left hand touches the back of the neck now. Left elbow directly pointing up towards the ceiling. Right hand onto your left elbow.
10 seconds.
Pull that elbow towards your head. And stretch the tricep. If you did like that video today, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And yeah, just hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to check out some of the videos elsewhere on my channel if you want some legs or some ab workouts. And hopefully see you in the next video.